Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another live with the BrickStore. What is it? What is this one called? This one's Lego Store, guys. I've got
Le-
Ralph with me here. Thanks for joining me, Ralph.
Lego Store guys. We're the Lego Store guys.
Well, that's the name of the stream. I just called it the Lego Store, guys.
Oh, I didn't even. Oh, I see. Lego Store guys cataloging parts and QA. I didn't see the title.
Yeah. Um, so today I'm just reassigning drawers, but this is a great time for Q&A. If you have a question, Ralph and I can see the chat from Twitch and from YouTube on our overlay.
Oh, I'm on
Um,
Twitch. Hello, Twitch.
Yeah, we're on Twitch. I created a Twitch channel. I don't think I have any followers at all, but somebody suggested I do Twitch for some specific reason.
Can you see
Um,
my Twitch?
Something about they can take snippets or something, clips or
Clips.
something. Is
Yeah,
that
you
what
can
it's?
do that on YouTube too.
Oh, well, anyways, that was the suggestion. So today, the goal is to take, well, just operating a store in general. I mean, I'm going to be reassigning drawers because we're doing a remodel and we're getting rid of one kind of a drawer system and we're going to a different one. What are you working on today, Ralph?
I got an order of new parts in that needs to be separated out before I can put them away later today. But I was working on pulling orders before I got on here. So
Yeah, I'm not pulling orders today. My staff is going to do all the order picking today.
oh, look at you. You got staff.
It's nice to have the staff. Ray, but right now, how many orders are we sitting on? Let me see if I can pull this up here. I'm going to do it off camera here.
If I could afford it, I'd do it too.
Yeah, at this point for me, it's like I can't afford not to do it, but I have found people who are willing to work just a few hours a day, kind of, come in and work and leave when they feel like it. We've got 33 orders, 1,169 lots to pick, 4,490 items.
How would you say 33 orders?
Yes.
That's not bad for 1,000
Yeah.
lots.
Yeah, that would have been since Friday afternoon because they went to zero on Friday. So they got them all picked on Friday.
I had 15 orders. I'll see if I can tell you the lots if I still have that screen up. 215 lots, 972 items. And I was 9 orders in before no, 8 orders in. I was about to pull number 9.
I remember running the store by myself, going down in the basement and pulling the orders. Those were good days. A long time ago.
Yeah. And then, I would inevitably get like one that had like 100 lots, and I'd be like, I'm just going to procrastinate until, because I don't want to get to that one order. I would always do that. Can you see how many? You can't, can you? I don't see it on here. How many people are watching or at all?
I don't see that anywhere. I don't know if we have any viewers yet or not at all.
I like this platform though. I was saying before we got
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Kind of
Restream
cool.
IO is pretty nice. Oh, actually, there is if you over there on the upper left, there's like a little eye. It shows our streaming time and it shows how many viewers there are per platform.
That's you. That's not me. I don't see that.
Oh, you don't see that? Oh,
Yeah.
well, Daddy, you can see the chat. There's 2 people on chat.
Ah, yes. Daddy O Bricks. Hey, Bill. How you doing? I told him to come. So.
Oh, thanks. Oh, you guys are great. And we got a guest from South Africa. Wow. Thanks for joining. Yeah, brick sorting is all we ever do, really. I mean, it's just logistics and brick sorting.
Ooh.
So this is definitely
late afternoon there? Like, what time would it be there? Early afternoon? I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, this is definitely a Q&A. Questions in the chat will get our best answers.
Bill was annoying me yesterday because he was smoking a brisket, and so he kept sending me pictures.
Yeah, well, he gave you some brisket one time, so
Yeah.
is it
And then
annoying because you're so far away you can't go get some?
right, exactly. He knows brisket's my favorite. And he still
Yeah.
does it.
I like smoking. Well, I don't smoke a brisket, but I do like cooking a brisket. But the only issue I have is that I'm eating brisket for like 12 days.
That's okay. I'd do it.
That's too much for me. Freeze part of it, and then when the stuff comes out frozen, it just doesn't taste the same. But just
When,
freeze it because I don't want it to go bad.
when we go down and visit Ben together, we'll have to get some barbecue, Texas barbecue brisket.
Yeah, they got Tex-Mex down there, right?
Well, yeah, but still, the way they do their stuff is fantastic.
Okay,
Ooh.
so
Oh,
at
I see.
3:04 p.m. Durban.
Hmm.
Nice.
See, I was right. Middle afternoon.
Now, are you operating a BrickStore in South Africa, or are you just a fan of the channel, or you just, I don't know, maybe you just found this? Curious about that myself. Okay, so what I've got on the screen here, what I'm sharing is BrickStore, and I've downloaded my entire store. There's a link you can download your store with if you give it your user ID and your password for BrickLink. Downloaded my store, filtered by remarks. It start with this one, B007. And now I'm changing it to be this location. So all I got to do is say select all on remarks, scan in the new barcode, and then I do a control EP, and then it goes to BrickLink, which I'm already logged into, paste in this change, and then we're good to go. And then all the changes are, there you go. Everything's now reassigned. So it looks like I got a message. I'm kind of not 100% thrilled with the changes to that bar at the top of BrickLink. Taking some getting time to get used to.
I don't like the notification system. Like every number in that menu is goes up to the top. It's like you got number of orders you need to pick, and then like right above it is like notifications for orders you need to pick, and it doubles it up. Kind of weird. If they would fix that, I think it would be all right. But they did remove a bunch of links that you can't get to anymore. Like
Yeah.
try to stumble up across the API docs. You can't do that. You can't find them anymore.
When I need the APIs, and only reason I need the APIs is because I'm going to paste them in the chat GPT. And I just do a BrickLink API, and it takes me to what I need to find, and then quickly train chat GPT on it.
You mean search for BrickLink API?
Yeah, do a Google search.
Yeah. Well, it used to be in the footer, like you would normally find every API document, and they put that out. I'm sure it's in the sitemap somewhere, but just found you guys since I'm hunting around for a Lego channel I like, and you guys seem super humble, which I like. So many people I know are egotistical, so it's a nice change. No, I'm great. I'm amazing, so don't worry about it.
Just ruined it. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm really just here to serve customers, and maybe we have some fun while doing it, and I'm grateful for it.
I'm here to pay my bills. That's about it.
Hopefully that's actually happening. Did you have a good month?
It's going good. But still, you get, I don't know how it is you're in Indiana. No, you're in Illinois, right?
Yeah.
One of the I states. Yeah, the property taxes due this month, plus my fourth quarter federal payment. So it's like I haven't even started paying down any of my bills yet.
Taxes in my county are due. They break it up into quarters, and it's weird. It's like 7 and 8, and then like 11 or no, and then like 10 and 11. It's like some weird, it doesn't make any sense, but maybe it makes sense to them. I always forget when that's going to happen, but they do now. They have at least set up that it sends me a text message as they're going to, take from my checking account automatically.
Oh wow, you got it set up right to your bank account.
Oh yeah. Well, one year something got messed up, and I got a letter and says that my taxes are not going to be paid, and my house is going to go like for whatever it is.
Wow.
Yeah,
don't
I
mess
got really
around,
nervous.
huh?
Yeah, no, I didn't mess around. I went down there and I paid him in person that year, and I got in his line, and there's a few others with us, and they were like, "Yeah, something happened, and we know about it."
Oh wow.
There's a question about favorite Lego themes. Oh, I'm gonna go get my favorite Lego theme. I'll be right back. You can talk about yours.
Mine, whichever one interests me at the time. Right now, I'm working on what is that? That new Blacktron one, the Renegade. I like that one because it seems to be interesting. I feel like I'm so far away. There, that's a little better.
Okay, the reason I did that is because we were looking around earlier, and I found this box. It's the M-Tron. Oh, here's a bigger picture.
Ah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, the Megacore magnetizer. So I'll tell you the story behind why. Well, classic space has always been like a favorite of mine. Before I get into that, so I was doing this drawer, and in this drawer there's supposed to be one black 2x2 round plate, but it's not here. So what you can do when you're this is all. So I'm verifying inventory as well as changing drawer locations. So we're going to do two things. We're going to set this to a -1. And we're gonna click here, and we're gonna select all, and we're gonna do the new drawer name.
You said -1 like deletes the lot.
It does. So
Yeah.
now if I do Control EP, and then so now when I paste in this, I'm not going to show you all the XML code, but what you'll see is right there, that lot right there is getting deleted instead of just giving it the new location. So there's the original location, new value, and so I fixed an inventory issue while reassigning drawers. So there you go.
Why are you doing that? Because the drawers are half empty or something?
Sometimes we do that just to make empties. In this particular case, Ralph, I'm gonna go remote on my phone because that's a good question. So let's do.
Oh, you said you're doing the store revamp.
Yes, it's part of the remodel. I'm going to show you because that is a relevant question. So I'm going to. Okay, I got to make a few changes here. So we're going to do.
I feel like
my
my Lego rumbling is too loud. Let me know if I am.
I think it's important for.
We lost him. He's gone.
Can you hear me on the phone now, Ralph?
I can.
Okay, so I've gone to my phone.
Can you, before you move away, make your phone the big screen?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I think if I do this button, there we go.
There you go. Yay.
Okay, so these are the drawers right here that I'm emptying out. And we're going to work down our way here. So this entire shelf right here is in the wrong place. That shelf right there used to be where this wall is right here.
Wow.
Okay.
Look at that.
So that's the new wall, and you can see there's a whole bunch right here that have been emptied. So we've already emptied all those, took all of those and reassigned them to the new grid with all these acre mills up in here on both sides.
Why is the floor black? Is that like pad?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We upgraded our floor. Look at this.
That's amazing.
Yep, we got these exercise mat type seals that you can, and I cut them up and fit them to custom size. And yeah, so now when they're out here picking on the floor, they're working on like a 1/2 inch of padding.
Wow. Look at you spoiling your employees.
It was only like $500.
So like I sweated like for a long time. I sweat about what to do with this flooring. I wanted to do painted concrete. I wanted to do all kinds of stuff, but nothing made any sense as far as prices are concerned.
So I landed on just I don't know how to. I got to coordinate that a little better when I switch over. Yeah. So for $500, but it is definitely wearing out. It's not. I thought it'd make it like 2 or 3 years. It might make it 2.
You've done that for 2 years now already, and I haven't noticed.
No, sorry. It's going to have to probably be replaced within a couple of years.
Oh, I was going to say
it's wearing out pretty harsh with the carts and people walking on it, and then doing construction at the same time.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, we put one down underneath. I had one of those inflatable hot tubs for a couple of years, and then that didn't last very long either.
Yeah, but the team here is definitely they're fans of it. They are really liking it a lot. I'm wondering if I can reach this without even getting off my chair. Yay, I can. So I've got a total of 2 drawers done, and that's kind of slow, but that's fine. We're doing the stream.
My fault.
That's okay. I like the questions. I really do. So
this order I've got, sorting. They put 1x1 tiles in with 2x2 bricks. Every brick has tile stuck in the bottom.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that we've had that too before, but if I have the little 1x1 round tiles, those always get stuck inside a brick.
I don't. Tiles and bricks don't go together for me, so they'd be separated.
Okay, so we need 1, 2.
Do you have anybody on Twitch watching? Can you see?
No, there's nobody there.
Yeah, Twitch
I don't even know.
Twitch would be a weird one for people to discover.
Just to discover, is the search not really? Is it?
Well,
I don't.
It's so overpopulated with people gaming, right? Like, and then I don't know what category you're in, but I would assume would be everything else.
I kind of didn't pay a lot of attention to what was going on with Twitch. It was so easy to create an account and then just link it to Restream.
Right.
I think I might pay attention a little bit later.
You're competing with all the girls in the hot tubs, so.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a whole category called something hot tubs or something. It's like it's the stupidest stuff.
It sounds like exploitation of people.
It's which one's the one paying for the subscriptions? Yes, I agree.
Well, you have to subscribe.
Well, some of them do, yeah. Become a paying member for the channel.
I don't. Yeah. I've been able to shield myself from this type of stuff, Ralph. I don't know what's going on with what you're talking about, but I can understand the words you're saying.
Yeah, Twitch has gotten bad. Twitch has gotten bad because people have been like, obviously there's no nudity on Twitch, but they're like pushing the envelope of how far they can get before Twitch steps in.
Oh yeah. Well, why wouldn't they? I mean, there's depravity in the world, that's for sure, and it's definitely getting people exploit that.
And I was working my tech job. We shared the same building with Twitch.
Oh, interesting. Were you remote during a lot of that time, or was that when you were actually in the office?
I was never in the office. I got hired remote, but I would travel. We had this. When I first started, we had this whole building, which was unique. It was really, really like unique kind of feel to it. It was built out specifically for the company, and then we outgrew it obviously after a few years, and so they rented floor space in a high-rise building and right near financial district, and in there was Twitch as well. So And then yeah, they were there. I wasn't there at the time, but our office was there when Twitch had that bomb scare, and everybody had to evacuate the building. That was fun hearing my coworkers complain about that.
Scary stuff. One thing you may not instantly observe as I'm emptying out these drawers. What? B7?
Bingo.
Does it have a 1x1 black tile in it? They're here. You have 7 of them that you need? 6? Okay, so my team member just notified me of something that I forgot to do. I haven't got to 17 yet, but I've got the 6 for B7 here. You said there was 6 tiles? Here's B7 right here. So my team member just notified me of something I forgot to do. When you're making empties, you need to look in your existing orders and see if a drawer that you're working on is in an order, has parts that are in an order. So that black tile could be part of an order, or it could be lost inventory. It could be one or the other. And I'm unfortunately I'm the worst at this, forgetting to do things. They are much better at remembering things than I am. So, but he caught it. So I put 6 of those tiles back in B7, and when the order comes out to be picked, they'll find it again. So
there you go.
Yeah, I'm grateful for my team remembering these things, because I always forget. I'm bad. But the other nice thing about the way we do our inventory, because like we have 200,000 plus lots, and only about 74,000 of those are actually viewable for sale. Right. We just stock room so many things, so that's a pretty common part. So if you came to a drawer and it was missing some pieces, you would easily just go to another drawer in stock room or somewhere else in the store, grab those pieces, satisfy the order. Because it's not necessarily about having perfect drawers. It is about getting perfect orders for customers. That's what we're really about.
My staff never remember anything for me, so I have to remember it all.
It was a lot of weight on me when I had to remember everything all on my own. I didn't always enjoy it. It was just a lot of work.
I don't remember. I try not to remember anything now. I write it down or whatever.
There was some peaceful days when I would get orders and know that they're going to be on me, but there was also some pressure. I'm like, listen, if I want to take a day off or not show up today or work from home and not do orders, you just can't do that.
I was feeling burnt out last week.
Oh, okay.
And so Saturday I pulled my orders and then took the rest of the day off, and it just felt weird, not getting anything uploaded or anything like that.
What did you do though that you were trying to
get fell asleep? I fell asleep on the chair watching TV
just
or
getting
something.
Rest.
Yeah, I was conked out. I was saying while you were going to get that M-Tron set that I've been working on this the new Blacktron Renegade that came out this month.
I've seen that. You already got one?
Yeah, I'm almost done. I'm about on bag 7 now.
Are you a Star Trek fan?
I am. Yeah.
And you saw the Enterprise?
I saw rumors. Has it been announced yet?
Is that all I've seen is rumors?
I think so, yeah. I don't think they've announced it yet.
I guess I didn't know if I was watching an official release, or I guess so. I was watching the rumors on YouTube. And
hold on a second, Chris. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. 14. Oh boy, there's an arm in here, a droid arm that is not in inventory, but it's sitting right here. Wonder if that's in an order.
Speaking of Enterprise.
Hey, cool. I'm gonna put you on full screen here. Hey, oh, that looks like it's real Lego.
It is. This was what got me into BrickLink. This was a rebrickable thing that I found, and I was like, "Oh, I need all these parts." And so this was like the first mock that I did, where I was buying parts from BrickLink. And I was
Very
like, "What's
cool.
BrickLink?"
That's very cool. Yeah, I've watched Star Trek episodes so many times. I'm like watching this episode. It's like, oh, I feel like I've seen this one 90 times. I don't want to watch it again.
Right.
Well, I do not enjoy. My colleague over here is talking about the new Star Trek. I got to say, I kind of don't enjoy it as much as some of the other old stuff.
Which one? There's so many now. There's a couple of good ones.
I kind of avoid most of them because this. I just don't know where they're going to go into areas like you were talking about the hot tubs. I feel like they go in areas that I don't want to be exposed to. So. I thought Star Trek was different than that, but now I guess it's not.
Oh yeah, they've changed it. You know, they're way farther than what Gene Roddenberry had envisioned, I think. But like Star Trek Discovery, I gave that a couple of episodes, and I'm like, I don't like this.
Did they? I heard that they removed that from they removed it from Star Trek. It's like this is not Star Trek.
I don't understand. I didn't understand it. I was like, I don't understand how this is Star Trek. They're like using a different alien for energy, and I was like, what? This? Yeah, I don't know. I gave up on that.
I think something on YouTube I saw that said Star Trek Discovery removed from canon.
Yeah, I didn't like it. And then I tried. I think I talked about this recently on a vlog. I tried many times to get into Star Trek Picard, which was supposed to be like a sequel to the Next Generation.
Yes.
And I had a hard time. I tried like 3 or 4 times, and I only got like a few episodes in the season 1. And I finally just sat down. I'm like, I heard season 3 is really good. I gotta get through it. And,
there's a season 3. Okay.
And it's really good once you get. The thing I don't like about it though is like they're swearing in it, and it's like they're swearing and smoking, and it's like, what is this?
Maybe it might be more real to the actual universe we live in, but not the Star Trek universe that was the heart of what Roddenberry had tried to create.
It just felt like, what happened since Picard was captain of the Enterprise? Did like society go backwards? Like that's what it felt like.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like.
Right. So this arm,
you know which one's really good that you should try, Chris, is Strange New Worlds.
I'll rent it from the library and try it out.
That's the closest one to Star Trek universe feeling, and it's like what's that guy's name? I can't remember. Who was Christopher Pike, who was the original captain of Enterprise on the original series, in the pilot episode before they switched over to Kirk. So it's
yes.
And then like they sort of alluded to him being captain in the new movies, and so like basically this is a little bit of a prequel of the new movies.
I'm looking it up on the library right now. Strange New Worlds season 2. Let's start with that one. I guess how many seasons are there?
2. They're about to come out with a 3rd one.
Season 2, season 1. So here's season 1 as well. So I have this. What I do is I take the shows and I put them on my Plex, which is just a media server.
Yeah.
So that I can watch them from my phone or wherever. And then, but I skip a lot. I mean, like if it's an hour episode, it takes me 10 minutes.
Oh wow.
I don't really. If they're sitting there doing my people who I work with are saying you're not watching. You're not really watching TV. What's the point?
My wife did that once. She watched like 10 seasons of like Army Wives or something in like, 2 days. I'm like, how did you do that?
There was a show with some people who got in a crash or something, and they were on an island. What was the name of the show? It was on forever, and they're
Lost.
Lost. Okay.
Yeah.
So I never watched Lost when it was on TV, but a friend of mine said, all you got to do is watch episode 1, episode 2, and the last episode, and you're fine. And I'm like, so I did that, and I'm like, oh, I've seen the whole show. Perfect. Everything else in the middle was just drama.
Yeah, and like confused the heck out of you.
Yeah. They said, yeah, if you just watch those episodes, you don't feel like you wasted like all your time.
That's funny. Yeah, I was like big into that show when it was on live, and like would dissect everything and still don't understand what the smoke monster was. Nothing.
I also, another one that I watch is there's this guy who does pitch meeting on YouTube, and I watch the pitch meeting for movies, which it's satirical, but it kind of brings out some of the obvious pointlessness of some movies. Like they'll talk about something and then they'll never talk about it again, or they'll give somebody like a superpower and then they'll never use it again. I watch him and then and then kind of determine whether or not it's worth my time, spending time with the movie or not.
I see.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I can't do this on screen though. I was going to look up customer orders to see. Actually, I can once I get the full pick sheet made. Let's do this. Let me put it on screen. So with Brick Freedom, here's Brick Freedom. So there's my sales for the month. But if I click here, let's start picking. What it's going to do. There's some of the customer names are going to show up, but I can take that off screen while it builds it. But right now, what it's building is a pick sheet for every order that I have not picked right now. And then what I can do is I can scroll down to where I'm at working on these drawers and then see if anything is in a drawer that's not going to download with my inventory because it's in an order instead. So don't pull that from that drawer and don't make it lost inventory because somebody's going to be coming up to that order at some point in the next day or two.
Makes sense.
Okay. It's just about ready. It takes a while to build a huge pick sheet like that, but it's so cool that we can do that. Okay, so here's the things that are in the orders. Customers' names show up at the top, so I scrolled past down that. So if I change the screen, what is this, zoomed in? Yeah, this is zoomed in pretty far. Okay, so now you can see everything that's going in the pick sheet. There's all the new inventory because it's organized by the remarks location. And I would never do a pick for 1,169 lots with 33 orders. There's just a guarantee that you're going to get parts jumping inventory.
Yeah, and fatigued a little bit.
Oh yeah, it'd take multiple days to pick this. The cross contamination between orders is going to be just massive. All right, we're in the B's, so I already scrolled past it. As a matter of fact, we went to a more David West type of a model, picking one order at a time, essentially. Okay, so here's the B7. I already worked on B7. Yeah, go ahead.
How is that a David West model? Isn't that a me model?
All right. So David mentioned it to me a while back, and he and I had a lengthy conversation because we were using Brick Freedom and doing multi-order picking. And he goes, "I'm done with multi-order picking. I'm going down to single orders." And but we were at that same time also doing all those small $5 orders because we were still letting people buy $5 and before we changed it to $19 for minimum order. And I was like, I just can't do it because people are out there, they're going out and they're only out there for like 2-3 minutes and they're coming back. And not a good use of time. So I mentioned it to him because he and I had that lengthy conversation. So a lot of people went down to single order. I think even Chris at Bricks and the Dollar or Clutch. I mean, he went down to one order at a time because he was getting.
He never did. I talked to him about that. He's like, I would never do that.
He would never do multi-order picking.
Never would do that. No.
So I'm not remembering things correctly then.
Yeah, he's also a one lot, one bag type of person, which I'm like, I don't like that idea.
That's a lot of bags and it's a lot of time.
He doesn't have a cart either. Like, he was all about the apron.
I got into the apron idea. I totally did. I like the idea of the apron, but the reason the apron doesn't work for us is you have to have a place to pour out your drawers and sort through the parts that are in there. You can't do that with an apron model. Now, if you had just one part.
Yeah, his drawers are one part, one drawer too. So
that's why it works for them. But then also, what if you have 1,000 bits for that? We like to take our scale with us.
Mm.
So this new droid always throws me off in these parts. So this is the 2024 droid. And then here's the original droid arm. I just don't know what I guess I barely can see the difference here. It almost looks exactly the same.
Oh, the elbow joint is different. Got indent in the center.
Well, anyways, the way I know it is because I just know we don't have any of this new 2024 because I quit buying inventory. So, all right. So I found this droid arm in one of the drawers. I'm going to go ahead and add it to inventory real quick while I'm just kind of cruising along here.
They really just buy one of that piece? Oh.
Okay, so when you're adding inventory is Control EU to upload inventory. And
you know what I did instead of learning those commands? I updated my toolbar so it had all the common commands that I use.
Like in BrickStore?
There. Yeah, I put you can do customize toolbar, and then you can like add what you want and reorder it. So I did that one time. So I have on next to like the import stuff, I have download BrickStore or download your store. So it's just one button.
Well, how do I? Okay, so so here's export. So if I click on this, how do I get it to? Is it a new button up here?
Drag it over to the right side.
Oh.
Yeah, and then put it where you want.
Oh, can I change the name of it? Make it less wordy?
No, some have icons, some don't. Most of the export stuff don't have it, but that's how I made mine more efficient. As I updated the toolbar.
Well, I've been talking about making mistakes. If you do Control EP, it'll change the information on the drawers. But if you do Control EU and you're in that inventory, it'll just add it again. And I've done that before.
Oh,
it'll just duplicate your inventory and it won't complain. But if you do EU and you don't have anything in the remarks, I think you get a warning. Or no, you don't have anything in the price, you get a warning. Oh, no, if you do an EP and there's no lot ID assigned, then it gets an error. But if you do an EU in any situation, as long as you have a quantity and a price, you get no error warnings. and it'll just duplicate your inventory. And I've done that before. And sometimes I've been known to reassign 10, 15 different drawers and realize, oh, I've been doing EU for the last 20 minutes.
Oh man.
But then all you got to do is download your store and then look at the date on all the newest inventory that added and just wipe it all out.
And then just add it again. Because you already got
Well,
the file.
then you've got it in the new drawers. So then you have to go and pull all those drawers and fix all that inventory. And so not only have you wasted 20 minutes of doing the wrong thing, deleted all the inventory, but now you have all this lost inventory in drawers that are unknown locations, because I could have been crossing drawers. I didn't just go one drawer for one drawer. Yeah, you end up wasting a good solid day's worth of time. Sometimes it's just better to take all that inventory, throw it into a box, and just set it aside and catalog it down the road some. You just basically just wiped out a portion of your inventory.
Yeah, and how many of those parts are taken out of somebody's cart?
Yeah, that happens. It totally happens. And so so I'm telling you to use EP and EU, but I mean, when you get them wrong, results are not the greatest.
You think the EU command would have a lot more laws and restrictions?
If it had, I wish it had one where you could say, if remarks is empty, have a warning. That would be a nice feature.
Mm. Yeah, because it has a warning on like no quantity or
no quantity and no price. It has a warning, which totally makes sense. You can't upload no quantity to BrickLink, and if you put zero price in, you're just giving your stuff away. That doesn't make any sense. BrickLink won't even let you put zero.
Right.
Well,
they want their fee.
Yeah, So, but if you have no remarks, I think there are stores out there that don't use remarks. They just know where their stuff is at. But maybe they're.
And then inevitably you get an email from that store. Oh, we can't find this part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you use Bricker for your inventory, the remarks is empty. They keep all the data in their side.
It's not empty. Well, it's empty in BrickLink, but it's not empty because
it's known to them only. Yeah, it's in their backend data,
which makes sense.
Yeah, I think that makes sense too. It makes me nervous because I do so much inside directly in BrickLink, and that's kind of the reason I'm kind of hanging on to Brick Freedom.
Yeah.
Because I can still work inside and out of BrickLink comfortably. Like I'm doing all my changes directly in BrickLink, and then when I'm done, I'll hit a sync button on Brick Freedom, and it'll just update all the changes. It'll just kind of parse through everything.
Right. Yeah. Same with BrickSync. I can do either or, and it'll.
Well, with BrickSync, you have to turn off syncing for your changes, because if you don't turn off syncing and you make a change in BrickLink, it'll change it back.
Well, yeah, you can change it, but then you have to force the sync, right? Like, you won't sync it until you do BL Master off and
BL Master on off. Yeah, that BL Master on off. We forgot to do that so many times.
There are some interesting inventory systems out there that people use.
I know Brick Vibe has like their own system that they created, and it's very custom. So it makes me nervous that sometimes I think BrickLink or Lego Company doesn't necessarily think about all the uniquenesses for different individuals. They may just remove features that people use, and it's like if they do something, it could cripple my business.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, here's an interesting one.
And I'm sure they would just point to like the terms of service and say, hey, we can do whatever we want.
They really can do whatever they want. So, but the comfort that I take in the fact that they could do that is that the value of the inventory and the work that we have done would be different for a little while, but somebody that's why BrickOwl exists. BrickOwl exists because somebody wasn't comfortable complying to what BrickLink was doing, and they came up with their own system. I'm surprised we don't have another site yet that has grown in popularity, like BrickLink and BrickOwl. I'm surprised there's not another. I know there's Buy All the Bricks, which I think is mostly UK based. There's a few others, but nobody that's really gone global yet.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to build up something like that.
It is, especially when you have to do your own data and photos and stuff like that. You just can't take everything from one of the other guys and call it your own.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling that we're going to get another one at some point in time. Okay, so we got a problem here. According to this, is 152 of both of this and 99 of it. I have a feeling that was a double upload. So I'm going to change the I'm going to count 25 and do my scale here.
Another EU.
Something. Yeah. I agree with Daddy O's Brick's comment. Yeah, you should back up your store about once a month. Download that store and have the, mine is automated. So my store is getting downloaded every single day.
Mine's every order, every update, every day. Thank you, BrickSync.
I enjoyed the power of the individual ability to do things with BrickSync, but the multi-order pick sheets, man, I can't do that. I didn't want to code all of that like you did.
I don't do multi-order.
You know what? In truth, neither do we anymore, really.
But I do I do have my own picking software because I tried out Brick Freedom and I liked it. I'm like, I want that. I could do that. That'd be a fun little project to do.
Well, you did a live when you first wrote that software, and I got a hold of Steve and I was like, Steve, you got to check out his pick sheet. It is cool. And he was like, yeah, there's some really good things that he's got going on here. So I think maybe his next version, you're going to see something familiar there.
I did. I saw it in the beta. I saw a bunch of things that were inspired.
Your color bar is inspiring.
The time, the clock. I think he put in a clock too.
I don't like the clock because it doesn't really work for us, but I get it. Okay, so. Oh my gosh, I just spilled my drawers. Well, one of them. A little bit, not too much of a mess. All right, inventory count is fixed, and we're doing an EP, not an EU. So we went down 12 and 1, deleting the other. And all I did was just modify this from the 152 to 140, and it automatically changes the quantity. Now, the thing right now is it's not synced with Brick Freedom yet. So BrickOwl still has the other one. It'll still have the one that's -1. It'll still have it until I sync.
All right.
Did you see Daddy O's Brick's comment about the backup you do with BrickSync?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure if it holds the stock rooms or the fields.
Do you work with stockroom a lot though?
No, I don't. I have a few parts in there that are lost, that I know are lost because I couldn't find them. So if I like didn't recover that data, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I keep it in there in case I find it, and I'm like, oh, and I go and look it up and I find it. I'm
well,
like,
okay, so let's talk about that a little bit because I've done the same thing. So if something's lost, stockroom it until we locate it. But the ease of identifying parts now that we have Brickignize, is there any point in really putting it in stockroom? I mean, even if you found it and pulled it from stockroom, I mean, it doesn't save you a whole lot of time because the time to identify parts is so small now.
I think it would help me remember, like if I found it and I looked it up and it'd be like, oh, it's lost. Here they are. It'd be all of a sudden be like, yes, I found them.
Okay. So yeah. Because I used to do the same thing. It was like, I know this is lost. I'll go ahead and stockroom it. And when it's found, it's like I've kind of had that same feeling. It's like, oh, finally we found it. And I knew this was lost like a long time ago, but now I can't do that because now Stockroom is the flag on Stockroom with my software is changed to available if there's no other existing lot currently available of that particular item. So I have to delete it. And I delete stuff all the time. There's all kinds of lost stuff in there that we just delete because that's the thing about Lego is it might be lost. When it is found, there's still a value in there. It hasn't like expired all of a sudden and lost its value.
Right.
We just have wasted space in drawers that we can't use because there's stuff in a drawer that's not listed that we don't know about.
I found what I do yesterday. I was consolidating drawers yesterday after pulling orders, and there was 4 Technic bricks with a hole in the middle, and they weren't showing up. And I was just about to re-enter them, and I go, let me check the orders because I had like 10 orders at that time still open. I'm like, let me check the open orders. Check the open orders. Yep, sure enough, it had sold and it was waiting to be picked. So I just left it.
That's what happens.
That's why you consolidate your drawers as soon as you're done pulling orders. So you don't.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what we used to do. We used to, when it was just me and Steve and Kyle down in the basement, we would do all our orders, and then we would do VO Master on, and then add inventory and change things around, and then turn it back on. And whatever orders had come in didn't get processed. Yep. I remember those days. So but like I said, that's why I like Brick Freedom, because we're making changes all the time, and it just kind of rolls with the flexibility even better than I think BrickSync does.
Daddy-O's using Stockroom like a stockroom where he doesn't put everything out for sale at once.
That's essentially what I've got too.
Yeah.
But the drawers are different. And I've been talking to Brick Freedom saying, I don't want all 2,000 of my 2x2 red bricks available. I'd like them to be in like 100 quantity batches if possible, or 200 quantity batches. So if my prices are way too low, there was a guy on Reddit that was lamenting a large order on his store. He's like, somebody just ordered like 600 lots. It's like my entire store that I spent the last 3 weeks uploading and all to one customer. He kind of was like excited for the order, but at the same time, it was like, it took me forever to pick it. And I'm like, and my prices were too low because the guy just bought me out.
Yep. Yeah.
I pulled the same thing to a guy in Ireland. I bought his entire store, like every single lot.
I did that last week. I bought. Hey, what's going on over here? Oh, the dogs are fight playing. Oh, not now. Hey,
it's okay, Ralph. It's funny.
Yeah, I bought like 4,000 parts from somebody that had a sale. I'm like, I bet you they didn't expect that.
But sometimes the prices are so good. It's like, okay, you did all the work in organizing it and sorting it, and you're giving me a good price, and I can just upload it right into my store.
Yeah.
These parts are really heavy playware. I think this price needs to come down like a lot. Just on this one playware piece here, these little light gray 2x16s are really, really heavy playware. I'm significant, and me even put these on discount here. We're going to do about another 7 minutes here. And then I think we'll call it a day on the stream anyways. I got a lot more work to do.
Yeah, I got to get those orders pulled. I finished sorting out that order. I just got to count it and put it away. I'm not going to count it on stream because I'll lose count. I was going to ask you, do you watch anything on YouTube? There's a channel I'd recommend to you. I think you'd like.
I do watch a lot of YouTube. The YouTube is the one thing I pay for to have the commercials removed, because we tend to watch a lot of YouTube and do it from our Alexa device and from the phone.
Mhm.
So I got tired of commercials. I'm actually paying for YouTube. But yeah, what do you got?
Have you heard of Outdoor Boys?
Say it again.
Outdoor Boys?
Outdoor Boys. No.
Oh, you'd like that. I think you'd like that. Definitely your style. It
Okay.
this family lives in Alaska, and the guy, they moved there from Virginia, but the guy does
Mhm.
a lot of like outdoor winter camping, which is
Mhm.
like almost a little bit of like survival camping and stuff. And then they call it Outdoor Boys because he does a lot of stuff with his kids, his small
Mhm.
boys.
Mhm.
And yesterday's video, he posted a 3-hour video of them going on vacation to every island in Hawaii, like over the last
Mm.
so many years. I'm like 2.5 hours into it. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. He's got a good style. Yeah, that one.
I pulled it up. Can you hear the?
No, it's very choppy. Like I don't hear any audio, but it's like the video is not coming in good.
What's that? Good, but you can hear it though.
I said that no, the video is not coming in good, and the audio is non-existent.
And probably can't stream or restream. How do you do it? If I was going to, would I have to do it like local recording to do a reaction video to this?
Uh, I do mine through OBS, and it was a
Mhm.
pain in the butt to set up because I do all my streaming on my Mac, which I'm not on right now, and to
Mhm.
capture audio, I needed to like research how to do that, and it was like some third party software that like changes your sound settings so that you can converge two audio streams into one. It was really a pain in the butt.
Well, this is just amazing right here, Ralph.
Oh,
Over 48 hours ago, and he's got 2 million views.
that's why I'm recommending him, because he's a very popular, and scroll down even more. See how many comments he's got. Yeah, that's the best part.
Comments are turned off.
His comments are turned. YouTube turned off his comments on him like 6 years ago, and he's like, it doesn't really affect me. I still get views, so he loves it
Why would they turn off the
because he's
comments?
got little kids in his videos.
Oh,
They don't want people
that's
commenting on
right.
the
Yeah,
kids.
made for. Oh, huh. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so that's a good one. I like his channel. Just good wholesome stuff.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. It sounds like it is something I would enjoy. Thanks for the recommendation. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. I was not aware of that.
I do a lot of traveling. He was a missionary in Japan, so he's like really loves the Japanese culture, that kind of stuff. So plus it's
It
Alaska.
does sound right up my alley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Alaska too. So like, they do a lot of hunting and fishing and stuff like that.
I would like to do missionary work in Japan and be self-funded. That's one of our goals as a family.
Self-funded. What's that mean?
Well, normally when you do missionary work, you are sent by a church and you build funds, and people are donating to you monthly to help it be possible, so you can live
Right.
there without expenses for your living. I would like to go there and then I be my own funding
I see.
source. So we're kind of already established and able to be able to do that. We're just waiting for some a little bit older in the kids and kind of more alignment in the family and whether or not we're going to do that. And it would be short term. It'd be like we go to Japan for like 2
Mhm.
months, stay with some of our missionary friends that we're already supporting there, and then help them do their work. And then, but we would not be dependent on them for support. We would be supporting ourselves.
I flew over Japan once. That's
Because
about as close as I got.
I haven't been to Japan yet. My wife, grew up there on a military base, so she was born as United States citizen.
In Okinawa?
No. What base was she born on? I forget the name of the base that she was on. I'm not recalling the name right now. Maybe next stream I'll remember that. But yes, she's ready to go back. Her sister's living there now. Her dad lives there. Her mom lives there. We're ready to go. But my little boy, I got a 1-year-old we're going to wait till he's maybe 2.5 before we go. So we're about a year and a half.
Did she meet Ralph Macchio?
Yes, Ralph. She said it was amazing.
That'd be about the same time, right? When Karate Kid 2 came out.
Oh, of course. All right. Well, this was fun. Let me get rid of
On
this
that
screen
disappointment,
share
let's end the stream.
All right. I think I may do this again next Monday. So if you want to come on Monday, I'll get a schedule out there and we'll do it again.
Sounds good. It was fun.
All right.
Thanks.
Take care. Have a good day.